Welcome to episode 135 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Tuesday, people. Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2020. The year where it all went wrong, people. The worst year. This is the worst year ever. I hope you're doing all right out there. I hope you've been out and about, up to bits and bobs. Let me know. I don't know. I had a nice little weekend, nice chilled out weekend. Still not gigging at the minute because it's not really kicked off, really. Let's have a look. I am living a fucking life of Riley today, people. With the decadent coffee that I'm drinking at the minute. Let's have a bit of coffee. I fucking bought a coffee machine a couple of months ago or a month ago or something. It's fucking handsome. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am fucking still addicted to it. I think I spoke about this on the podcast before. The only fucking annoying thing about it is the fucking glasses that you get with the coffee are not quite... They're a little bit too tall to fit under the fucking... coffee machine to get the coffee in, and then they're not quite big enough. I don't know. You'd have thought that would be big enough, wouldn't you? Obviously, when if you're listening to this on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or anything, you have no reference for that. But if you are watching this video on YouTube, then you fucking know. So I'm gonna have a little bit more of this. It's fucking. This is like fucking crack to me at the minute. The face is still a bit fucked, by the way. I just want to clarify that. I fucking got almost like fucking boils like under my skin that are fucking killing me. I think I've got a fucking hospital appointment or something at some point. Well, I know I have to go down there and fucking sort this shit out. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just looking through my fucking notes I've made for the podcast there. I know it's a bit of a mishmash start to the episode, people, but you know, we're all making mistakes. Here, segue into what we're going to be talking about today. Apparently, on last week's episode, we went on a big rant about A-level results and that sort of thing. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, this bit's going to be a little bit lost on you. But yeah, last week's episode, we had a little bit of a rant about the A-level results and how it's skewed towards rich people and all that sort of thing. Now, this furore has turned into whatever is a bigger word than furore, a large furore, furorette, I don't know, furorenado. Does that, is that quite good? Is that, I don't know, is that a new word I've invented there, Furonado? He says, unable to say that word ever again. I'm gonna have to have some more coffee. Sorry about it. A furonado. There we go. And the government have done a U-turn on it, and now they are going with predicted results or whatever from the teachers and shit like that, because everybody was just like, you've just literally fucked up my child's future with your fucking weird little algorithms. Now they probably did an algorithm to see how badly this would turn out if they didn't do a U-turn, and the algorithm goes, you're fucked. So they've done a U-turn on the A-level results because everybody was complaining about it and shit like that, which is a good thing. Although people, you know, still going on predicted grades or whatever. So that final flourish or final finish that people have, that I myself actually worked my ass off for my A-levels, but only in really the last year. Even though I did 2 in a year. I did 1 year of fucking working my ass off, and that was it. And then you get out into the wide world, and you're like, oh fuck, is this what all that exam stress was about? Being stuck in a fucking desk job? Was this it? You know, that's the thing. People will realise they'll come out of university. what is it now? $9,000 a year to go to university in the UK, or free in Scotland. I thoroughly suggest going to university in Scotland because it's free. You come out with what, 27 grand's worth of debt, is it? Is it $9,000 a year, something like that, plus student loans on top or whatever. And then I think the tuition fees were about $9,000 a year or something like that. And then or loans or whatever you take out, student loans or fucking whatever else. I think you just get the loans for it. I don't know. When I went, none of that. So you get all that, and then you realise as you're sitting in an office job, bored out your fucking mind, looking out of a window, having to produce some sort of weird report that you don't give a fuck about to your boss, who's a fucking asshole, that you've just wasted fucking 3 years of your life and spunked up 27 grand for the privilege that you're now having to work for in a shit job you fucking hate with a boss you fucking hate, all because you wanted to better yourself. All because you wanted the glory of going, hey, I'm the first person out of my fucking family to go to university. I don't know. I'm going in for the coffee again, people. I'm sorry about this. So the government have listened to the people, or basically they've minimised the fallout for it, because they thought all the government seems to do is just push and push and push and push, and then go, oh, actually, we're going to do a U-turn and stuff like that, because it turns out it's unfair when, like, everybody in the fucking nation starts hating them and they can see the fucking polls going down. An algorithm goes, well, next time they're voting for you, they probably won't on this issue. Oh, shit, we'll do a U-turn then. Anything else they don't seem to give a fuck about. Anyway, I am living the decadent lifestyle at the moment. Bit more coffee now. I know. It's a mishmash episode, this is. Come on. Fucking hell, it's too nice. The thing is, it's too nice about it, and there's a little bit left in the bottom, and it's in danger. If I don't have another bit of that, it is at peak heat at the moment, that coffee. It is at the best heat for drinking, and I'm in danger of leaving it and letting it go over to when it becomes that cold, fucking overly fucking creamy fucking piece of shit coffee that we all drink. Anyway, the sort of coffee that you leave a little bit in the bottom of it like that, and it reminds you of like every single cup, like in a fucking staff room at a school. I could have said that a lot better, I know. Talking about a decadent lifestyle, shall I just neck this fucking... Let's get rid of this coffee and then I can concentrate a little bit, shall I? It's fucking consuming me. It's just sitting there cooling to... I know how obese people feel now. Since I've started drinking this coffee, I know how obese people feel about the chocolate cooling to them in the fucking fridge or in the cupboard or something like that. Just one more bit. Just one more bit. It'll be fine. Just have one more bit. You can work this off by going for a round a walk to the shop to get some more chocolate. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's finish this. Right, it's done. It's dusted. I can concentrate now. We're 8 minutes 40 in. Come on, we can concentrate. Talking about a decadent lifestyle, here's something I read this week, which is fucking great. I'm going to have to get the old laptop a little bit closer. This is a fucking hell of a headline. North Koreans are ordered to hand over decadent and bourgeois pet dogs for restaurant meat as the country is rocked by food shortages. Now, you know, there's a lot of things going wrong in our country at the moment. In the UK, I imagine there's a lot of things going wrong in anybody's country at the moment. But, you know, when it comes to you're that fucked up with food shortages that you have to give your fucking dog up, you know... I mean, for fuck's sake. Jesus. What we got tonight? Alsatian. Dictator Kim Jong-un announced in July that owning a pet is now against the law. Kim Jong-un has declared that pet dogs are a symbol of capitalist decadence. Talking of decadence, he wouldn't like my fucking coffees, would he? and ordered that dogs in Pyongyang be rounded up, and owners are fearful that their beloved pets are being used to solve the nation's food shortages. How do they know that? Fucking hell. Tucking into a curry and it's still got a fucking microchip. It's swallowed. What's that in the fucking teeth? There's a fucking microchip in the back of your fucking mouth. Dictator Kim announced in July that owning a pet is now against the law. It doesn't want, I mean, it's probably not the worst human rights violations he's committed, but at least let people have a fucking pet when you're repressing them. Something that they can take that fucking frustration out on at the very least. Denouncing having a dog at home as a tainted trend of bourgeois ideology. He's fucking weird, isn't he? Authorities have identified households with pet dogs and are forcing them to give them up or forcefully confiscating them and putting them down. Jesus, man. Fucking hell. That's a hell of a black market sale, isn't it? You want a fucking chihuahua, man? You want a chihuahua? I've got fucking chihuahuas if you want chihuahuas. Do you want a chihuahua? Come and fucking meet me round the back of this warehouse. I'll get you a chihuahua. Some of the dogs are sent to state-run zoos or sold to dog meat restaurants. Fuck me. That's a hell of a choice to make, isn't it, for a dog owner? Isn't it? I love you, Trixie. You've been a loyal and kind friend to me. You've always been there for me. You've been such a good dog, but you're fucking just too damn tasty, man. I've got to give you up. A recent UN report stated that as many as 60% of North Korea's 25.5 million people are facing widespread food shortages that have been worsened by international sanctions imposed by the regime for its nuclear missile program. Dog meat has long been considered a delicacy on the Korean peninsula. I've never understood that. I don't know. I know, although the tradition of eating dogs is gradually fading out in South Korea. I know we get listeners here from South Korea. Let me know if you've ever eaten a dog. Email me, podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. Do you think they fucking take the photo of it like everybody does on fucking social media of their meal? Oh dear, this is Rover. There. Just a fucking collar round a fucking dog's head like that. Dog's head open with a fucking apple in the middle of it. Still an estimated 1 million dogs are reared on farms to be consumed every year in the South. Just something about eating a dog, isn't there? Like a cow's fucking stupid, isn't it? It just sits there. I don't eat meat. But I can see, a cow just chews grass all day, shits out stuff, does that weird little waddle with its fucking overinflated udders, like, to get out in the grass and fucking, just eats all day, doesn't it, really? And you milk it and shit, and then you fucking eat it. I can see that, or a pig. Pigs are meant to be intelligent or whatever, but, there's some... Pigs aren't particularly cute, are they? Or a fucking chicken just fucking pecking around at the fucking floor till it gets its head taken off by an axe. Yeah. Or do that stretchy thing, stretch and twist. But a fucking dog, they're cute, they're loyal, but it's very trusting. Oh, yeah, we're going out. People come round, hey, guys, we're going out. There's loads of other dogs here and stuff like that. Oh, my God. This is the best day ever, isn't it? Until they're fucking, euthanized. Man's best friend is still a staple on the menu in the north. However, with a number of dedicated dog restaurants in Pyongyang, dog meat is most popular in the hot and humid summer months as it is believed to provide energy and stamina. Fuck me. Jesus. I bet there's loads of people like with dogs just shaved them and put fucking cat ears on them and shit, painted them green. Ah, where's your dog? We've been told you got a dog. It's a fucking lizard. Look at it. A lizard don't sit when you tell it to. Dog meat is most popular in the hot and humid. We've read that. Haven't countries got fucked up ideas of shit? Dog meat gives you energy and stamina. Maybe it does. You know, it's never the bad stuff, is it, that they say about stuff like that? You know, rhino horn or whatever. Oh, fucking, yeah, it gives you a right fucking hard on. You know, doesn't make you have fucking, you know, thick fucking skin, dried out skin, does it? Covered in mud. Nobody ever says that, do they? Oh, rhino horn. Yeah, I'll give you a fucking hard on, but you're going to look like, you know, a dried out riverbed. You know, like the dog thing, innit? You know, it gives you strength and stamina, but you will piss up against every fucking lamppost. You will get arrested if you shit in the fucking street. You have to pick up your own shit after you. Put it in a little bag and a little fucking thing. I know. Often served in a spicy soup or stew with vegetables, it is also known for raising the body temperature in the cold winter months. The Chosun Ilbo reported that pet owners are cursing Kim Jong-il behind his back. Of course they're fucking doing it behind their back. Aren't they? They're not going to fucking start protesting about it, are they? He's taking their fucking dogs away. His human rights record is fucking abysmal. Of course they are. They're like handing the dog over like that. The kids are in tears and they're going, hey, yeah, this is fine. Of course they're going, fucking wanker. They're storing a load of puppies in a fucking cupboard. The outlawing of pets will also have come as a surprise to many middle-class Pyongyang residents who began to keep dogs after the regime attempted to spruce up its image in the run-up to the 1989 World Festival of Youth and Students. Embraced as a symbol of economic development and sophistication, wealthy families will be seen walking their pets. Not now. They're just going to be walking just dragging a fucking empty lead along. That's got to be the saddest thing. Not handing over the dog, but getting rid of all the dog paraphernalia, the bowl. Probably got its name on it. Just put it in a little box like that. Just close it up. The bed, you know, the blanket it sleeps on. All that fucking dog food you've got in the cupboard, which is probably other dogs. The peace puppies had a fortunate escape as their move to the south coincided with the demand that ordinary North Koreans pay a tax of dog fur to be turned into coats. Jesus. What's that? As recently as 2000, Kim himself presented a pair of Pungsang indigenous hunting dogs to Moon Jae-in, the South Korean president. I bet they're fucking bugged. They fucking walk like fucking robots. They're just robot dogs, like with fucking to tap in and fucking listen to everything. Probably got missiles inside them. Country is facing widespread food shortages. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, how far do you go? How far does humanity take precedence over fucking other animals? This is the apex, the pinnacle of where that meets, isn't it? You know, whether humans die of starvation or dogs die because the humans can eat them. I don't know. Kim was nevertheless declared that he and his people will brave the situation, with the young leader telling a meeting of his Politburo on Thursday that while the nation has suffered serious losses in the flooding, I don't know. Yeah, the fucking, with pork and beef and almost unheard of luxury for most ordinary people, the culling of dogs may be designed to stave off hunger in the coming months. Fuck me. Jesus. You know, it's a tough, you'd keep your own dog, wouldn't you? Surely, if you wouldn't hand over the dog, you might as well kill your own dog and eat it. Don't you? You know, the dog. Oh, man. That is a brutal thing. That's just brutal. Absolutely brutal. I couldn't think of anything worse than having a dog you fucking love and having to hand it over and know there's a restaurant down the street. If you're booking in 2 weeks, it's going to be fucking serving the thing you love most. I don't know. Anyway, man's best meal. That's what they ought to be called, not man's best friend. Anyway, let's move on. I don't know. I fucking like animals, man. I don't know, you know. I know I was slagging off cows for being stupid and that, but they aren't they? Fucking, you know. But I don't, I don't eat meat or anything like that. And do you eat cheese? Yeah. I like cows being tortured for my cheese, but I'm willing to put up with that because cheese tastes so good, doesn't it? But I don't know, people. That's what everybody always says. Well, yeah, you drink milk. I don't actually drink milk. I have soya. But you know, I'm not proper vegan or anything like that. There's not enough fucking shit, is there? I quite like, spray cream. I like that fucking coffee that is produced through a machine. I imagine they fucking, I mean, if I knew that the cows were getting fucking punched in the udder or something like that, or, somebody's got them in a headlock while somebody else fucking milks them, and then you just slap them around the face, I'd think twice about that coffee. But, Tassimo don't really tell you those sort of details, do they? On the back of the thing. On the back of the package, it's got, these cows were fucking tortured for the milk that goes in this. And you'd be like, yeah, I probably, We can actually produce the milk without torturing them, but we find it gives like a special creamier blend if we slap them about a bit. I don't know, people. What are we on? 21 minutes. Here's another thing I saw this week as well. St. Louis couple charged for pointing guns at protesters. Now, there's a picture, These look, they're white. Of course they're white, aren't they? A husband and wife have been charged with unlawful use of a weapon for pointing guns at demonstrators outside their home in St. Louis, Missouri. These are lawyers, by the way. Lawyers Mark and Patricia McCluskey drew guns on racial justice protesters marching through the grounds of their £1.15 million mansion last month. The couple said they armed themselves because they felt threatened. He's got a fucking assault rifle by the looks of it, and she has a very condescending look on her face. That's the difference there. There's the gender difference between the gender difference, yeah. Gender difference between men and women. He's coming out with a fucking assault rifle with chinos as well. They're gonna, you fire that off like within splatter distance. Them chinos are gone, and she's standing there with the finger. I think they're more worried about him, really, sweetheart. Than you tilting your fucking head and giving the finger like that. I don't think she's got a gun in her hand, does she? Oh, she might have. Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually, it could be a pistol she's got in her hand anyway. Why do people go straight to guns? Why not just go out and say, do you mind getting off my fucking land? I know you're protesting and shit like that, but, I paid $1.15 million for this shit. Pick up your fucking banner and get off my fucking front lawn. I know what you're protesting is a good thing, but it's Sunday fucking morning. You know what I mean? Trying to cut my grass. I don't want to have to cut around you. But St. Louis top prosecutors said their actions had risked creating violence at an otherwise peaceful protest. It is illegal to wave weapons in a threatening manner at those participating in a non-violent protest. Does that mean it's legal to wave weapons at people in a violent protest? And how do you deem a violent protest? And while we are fortunate this situation did not escalate into deadly force, this type of conduct is unacceptable. Yeah, well, yeah. We must... What did you bring to this fight? I bought a banner. What did you bring? A fucking assault rifle and a fucking revolver. We must protect the right to peacefully protest. The McCluskys also face a charge of fourth-degree assault. Both personal injury attorneys who live on a private street have said they were within the rights to defend their property. I don't think they're going to spend any time in jail. Said that's the whole thing, and it like as soon as I'm not a big fan of guns at all. Unless at some point I need one. Not that I'm going to be able to get hold of one of them in this country. We only got those fucking little BB things. Somebody breaks into your house and you can fucking give them a nasty nick on their cheek or something. Or just embed it in their fucking forehead. But video footage showed Mr. McCluskey, 63, and his wife, 61, draw firearms as demonstrators marched past. It wasn't even on their property. They marched past their mansion to the home of St. Louis Mayor Lyda Crewson to call for her resignation. The mayor had infuriated activists by reading out on Facebook Live the names and addresses of people advocating defunding the police. Well, you know, the march was part of the George Floyd thing. You know, I don't. You know, if somebody's marching and walking past your house, it's like in this country going out with fucking 2 knives and a fucking stab vest, just standing. You know, they're not doing anything, are they? I mean, if people are just walking by your house, just let them walk by your house. You know, if they're approaching your door and there's a gang of people with fucking placards and that approaching your door, you know, that's when you grab the assault rifle, isn't it? Just shoot a few over their head. Treat them like bears. You know, shoot a few shots over their head like that. If they scatter, that's fine, isn't it? You know, if they keep advancing. That's what they do with bears, isn't it? You know, you're meant to shoot over their fucking head. I don't know, people. I don't know. What are we on? 26 minutes. There was a thing as well. I don't know. You lose faith in some people. People just go to the extremes. I understand the irony of me saying that. He said, almost burping up his fucking coffee there. I understand the irony, but that's a little bit overkill, isn't it? Going out with a fucking assault rifle. The best thing about it is he's gone out dressed like he's playing golf, but with a fucking rifle. It's a fucking nice house, though, it looks like, to be fair. He's done well for himself, you know. He's protecting that house. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was the Elon Musk thing. SpaceX lands the Falcon 9 rocket. This is the reusable rocket that they're fucking hoping to go to Mars. Take me with you. That's what I say. I'm done with this world. Let's go to another planet and fucking start afresh. That's what I say. They're bound to have some sort of alien thing that creates an atmosphere, very much Total Recall, the original. Ah, dear. I fucking love that film so much. And I quite like the new one. But, yeah. Fucking hell. This fucking, fucking microphone slipping down again. I don't know why that is. You just touch it and it anyway. Yeah, so the SpaceX rocket landed, which bodes well for transportation to Mars. Apparently, it's like a reusable thing, almost like the shuttle. That was a reusable thing. Obviously, not the main rockets and that sort of thing, but I think like the whole. I don't really know much about it, really. Oddly enough, I am not trained in independent space travel, but the fact that everything, because that's the SpaceX thing. Then you've got like Virgin Galactic, haven't you? It seems like now, instead of like nations going, I don't know, nations still going to space and shit like that, but like private firms are sort of like setting up for space travel, which it's not going to happen for the likes of us, is it? You know what I mean? This all goes back to the thing that, like, if anything fucks up with the planet, then people are going to go to fucking Mars, and it's going to be all the rich shit. It's going to be fucking Bill Gates and fucking Mark Zuckerberg sitting around with their families, innit? You know, I don't know. The rest of us will have to live in a dying planet, as we are very much so at the moment. Who knows, people? I don't know. Look, should we try and end this podcast on a bit of a lighter note, shall we, Ben? I don't know. Anyway, so space travel. I mean, it may not happen in my lifetime. Not space travel. That's already happened. But, you know, like going to Mars and shit like that. But the idea of getting out there, it's interesting times, and Elon Musk seems like the sort of fucking geezer, I don't know, that is into everything, but he might, you know, build an evil sort of like space station with a fucking, you know, Death Star, turn it into a fucking Death Star planet or whatever, and fucking just shoot Earth out of existence. I don't know. If it gets, you know, at some point we've got to pull the plug on this planet, haven't we, and get off. In the next fucking few billion years before the fucking sun explodes or whatever it's going to do. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what's happened this week. And it's thoroughly exciting for somebody who is never going to get the chance to go. That's the worst thing about it. Dear. And it's hard. It is, you know. I mean, it's a great thing that they're doing, but it's hard to get excited about something that you're never, ever going to take part in. You know, I'm never going to have $100 million to fucking, you know, buy a one-way ticket to Mars or something. So, you know, it'd be, you know, I'm not even that excited about the HS2 rail link, and that's happening fucking about 20 miles away from me. let alone going to fucking Mars. I mean, it's great for the people who get to go. Those fucking rich folk can come back and go, well, there was fuck all there. People would complain about that anyway, wouldn't they? You know, the first people who get to Mars, the first fucking rich people, there's fuck all to do. I just floated about for a bit, walked on the Earth's surface. You know, there's no water, there's no fucking waterfalls. It's just a fucking arid desert. You know, no Harrods to buy shit out. I don't know. Anyway, that is episode 135. It's a bit of a meander, that, wasn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Just a bit, you know, it was a bit wayward. We were all over the place this episode. Anyway, that is episode 135. I will be back on Saturday, people. If you've got any questions or anything, any abuse you want to fling my way, it is just podcast at benbriggs.co.uk. Have a good rest of your week, motherfuckers, and I will speak to you on Saturday. Take care.